Hezbollah is as big a threat to Israel as Iran's nuclear program. Fighter jets launched missiles at and around Damascus airport on Tuesday, December 20th, damaging various weapons warehouses and other infrastructure linked to Iran's local proxies. An anti-aircraft battery near the airport was also hit, according to Al Arabiya TV, just after an Iranian airliner landed. The Syrian government blames the incident on the Israel Defense Forces. Later that day, a Hezbollah drone from Lebanon tried to enter Israeli airspace. It was shot down by the IDF. It was intercepted at the Upper Galilee Moshav of Zarat, population roughly 250, which is close to the Lebanese border. A quadcopter, a compact gadget with 4 rotors, was identified as the drone. This tit-for-tat battle was the most recent in a string of military clashes in what has been dubbed the war between wars for more than a decade. The Wall Street Journal, for example, reported on November 9 that Israel had struck a convoy thought to be carrying Iranian weaponry into Syria. According to the source, the strike occurred near the Syrian border town of Abu Kamal and resulted in the destruction of multiple cars. At least 10 people were killed. Normally, Israeli sources do not acknowledge the countermeasures used, but on December 14, the IDF Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General Aviv Kochavi, appeared to confirm this particular operation. Kochavi mentioned Israeli intelligence and its striking capabilities while speaking at Reichman University in Herzliya. "We couldn't have known about the Syrian convoy heading from Iraq to Syria a few weeks ago," he claimed. "We had no way of knowing what was within. We had no idea that among 25 trucks, this was the one, truck number 8, that had the weapons. We must send the pilots," he said, despite his knowledge. "They must be able to avoid surface-to-air missiles. Make no mistake, there are operations in which 30 to 40 surface-to-air missiles are fired at them during flights, and at peak times, 70. They must strike, hit, and return, and in some of the strikes, they must avoid murdering individuals who should not be murdered. Those are quite sophisticated talents." Hezbollah operatives have recently become more active on the Lebanon-Israel border. They have established dozens of watchtowers, boosted patrols, and publicly monitor and document Israeli force activities. In addition, Hezbollah's use of drones provided by Iran has expanded in recent months. Prior to the Israel-Lebanon Maritime Agreement, drones were sent to film Israel's offshore gas rig. The IDF annihilated them. Furthermore, Hezbollah is working to expand its influence in Syria. Earlier in December, it was claimed that the IDF bombed a Syrian military radar facility near Tal Khalib. The following day, the Israeli Air Force dropped leaflets in the Quneitra region of southwestern Syria, warning Syrian soldiers against cooperating with Hezbollah. The continuous presence of Hezbollah in the Syrian side of Tal Khalib, and cooperating with them, will go badly for you, they said. The existence of Hezbollah in the region has humiliated you, and you are suffering the price. The drive to control or diminish Iran's anti-Israel activities has spread to social media. According to the Al Monitor website, tweets on Twitter from various sources indicated that Israel has the names of 63 Iranian Mahan airline pilots involved in flying weaponry from Tehran to Beirut. The pilots' identities and images would be posted soon. According to the tweets, there was no indication of what, if any, action might be taken. Iran is making a concerted attempt to transport advanced weapons to Hezbollah in Lebanon via air through several Syrian airports 6 and land through Iraq and Syria. Over the last decade, Israel has waged an equally relentless campaign to disrupt Iran's ambitions, which are plainly intended at arming Hezbollah in preparation for a conflict with Israel. On December 10, allegations surfaced that Iran was planning to start an aerial smuggling route from Tehran to Beirut using civilian flights. In mid-November, Miraj Airlines, owned by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, began direct flights from Tehran to Beirut. This channel would purportedly supplement or replace the current arms smuggling to Hezbollah via Syria, shipments that Israel is said to have targeted repeatedly. Hezbollah must be viewed as a significant strategic threat. Israel must view Hezbollah's increasing precision missile armament as a significant strategic danger on a par with Iran's nuclear program. Indeed, if Iran were to develop nuclear weapons, there would be nothing to stop it from arming its proxies in the same way. According to the London-based Asharq al-Awsat Daily, Israel formally warned Lebanon's government earlier in December that it would consider striking Beirut airport if it served as a route for weapons smuggling from Iran. The consequences of such an attack, if carried out, are immeasurable. The mere threat may be enough to prevent Lebanon's Hezbollah-dominated administration from attempting to use civilian flights as a new avenue for importing Iranian armaments. As long as Iran persists in its obsessional anti-Israel tactics, Israel's answer must be deterrence through all means, including the destruction of armaments that are designed to turn Syria into an Iranian arsenal or increase Hezbollah's military capacity. For deterrence to remain effective, Israel must substantially improve its world-class intelligence capabilities. It must also remember the scouting movement's well-known motto, "Be prepared." This is the only method to stop the enemy's evil goals without going to all-out war. For more information, please subscribe to my channel.